There's a song, old spiritual says, if I can help somebody, then my living is not in vain. Welcome to the Westside Missionary Baptist Church.
My dad is really just super cool, and I know I'm biased, but he always comes from a place of empathy and consideration, and he's just like real.
You may give out, but don't give up.
His sermons might be a little different. You know, they might have a joke or two in there. My dad has a big heart, and it shows in many ways. One is through the Safe Car Park program that allows people who live in their cars a safe place to sleep overnight with the gate locked at our church. And he stays overnight to make sure it's safe.
This here is the main office where we monitor 12 cameras simultaneously.
He really goes above and beyond for the community. About 5 years ago, my siblings and I noticed that things were changing with my dad. He was lethargic and low energy. Eventually, we found out the reason. This was full-blown kidney failure and he would need a transplant. We were in tears and we said, what can we do? And he said, you're not gonna give a kidney. You're my children. I want you to have a long and healthy life. And we felt in that moment that meant it was the end for him.
Kidney failure happened in 2014. I had half of a kidney removed due to a tumor that was cancerous. And the doctor told me I was gonna be on dialysis.
We decided that, our dad's gonna die if he doesn't get a kidney. We're healthy, we can help. And we decided, we don't need his permission to do this. We can reach out to the UCSF team on our own. And that's what we did. We started the testing, which was a long process. And all 4 of us went through it. I just happened to finish first. I found out I was a match. Then I knew okay, now I need to tell my dad. And when I told him, he didn't say much initially because I think he was thinking about what does this mean for me?
I was very much concerned about her health as a young woman. As I say, I had to be educated because I didn't want to take my kids' kidneys.
There's a lot of myths out there about people can't live with one kidney, or women are not going to have babies after they donate, or that it's going to impact their intimacy issues, and none of that's true. We do a really thorough job of evaluating living donors. We want to make sure that the living donor is safe.
Overall, donors can go back to leading a normal life very quickly and not even know that they've donated, aside from the little scars. It's such a benefit to have a living donor. Live donor kidneys will last longer than deceased donor kidneys. They function better. It's a huge, huge gift.
We really want to help people realize that living donor is safe because the wait time for a deceased donor is between 7 and 10 years, and their mortality on dialysis is just not favorable.
That's my dad on the left. When I was a little boy, about 8 years old, he was pastoring Westside Baptist Church and taking parishioners over to UCSF. When they would get real sick, he said, I will take you to the specialist. And that was UCSF. And when I became pastor, I started carrying parishioners over to UCSF. Then my dad got sick with Alzheimer's and I carried him there. And what do you know? Now I'm going myself.
I'm smiling because when I remember the surgery day, I remember hearing my dad across the hall.
She was laying across the way and had a curtain covering her. Everybody's quiet. Her and I having conversations. How are you doing over there?
And he's just singing my praises and telling everyone how much he loves me and how much he's thankful. And so honestly, I'm smiling now because even in the scary moments for me, we were there together.
The living donor surgery is much better toperated than when I started in this field a long time ago, when they had to take out part of the bottom rib. It would hurt to breathe, cough, sneeze. And then when we started doing this laparoscopically, what a difference.
The UCSF staff, doctors, nurses, and care team were incredible. From the way that they checked on me and my dad, they were so attentive. I felt like my care was unique to me versus feeling like just, another patient in the hospital.
I'm very grateful for them, and I will agree with my dad. That's where the specialists are.
The doctors told us that as soon as they attached the kidney in the surgery room, it started working right away. He was almost racing me on his walker. His energy was back. He was feeling really good. And this is days after surgery.
I had so much energy. I just didn't know what to do with it. Let me just say this. I'm 58 and I have a 35-year-old kidney. And that's why I pat my feet all the time. The foot patting has happened a little bit more frequently since I have the 35-year-old kidney in me.
I don't want to be considered a hero for donating a kidney. What I really wanted was to see my dad healthy. And I was surprised that giving a kidney and going through this process, it really kind of changed me in a positive way. I take even better care of myself now because I'm so much more knowledgeable about, how my body works and like what my kidneys actually do. It's been 6 months and I honestly almost forget that the surgery even happened because I am that much back into my normal way of life.
Get your house in order. It gave me a new second chance of life. So I want to do all I can for the remaining of days that I have to share, to help, to inspire. Oh yes, he will. To bring people together, make a change and make a difference.
My God can do anything.
To know that my father is now able to go back to doing what he loves is the best feeling.
Did I ever say thank you?
Oh my gosh.